it kind of dies off. It doesn't
Dude, we should record this shit.
ring.
This is cool.
Right now.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, where are we going?
Hey everybody, my name is Dave McLaren. I am here with Pancho Tomaselli for a little family time. And we're going to talk about Pancho's, a little bit of his musical style, his approach to playing bass, and Brother John's magical pickups in here, MFD Jazzer pickups, which will be powering a Pancho Tomaselli model when we get that done.
Hi, my dudes. This is Pancho Tomaselli. I'm here with brother David, and we're here to talk about my new. I don't want to say mine because I didn't have any.
Mine.
No, we're here to talk about this new design of the that we've come up after a couple of years of putting our brains together.
It's going to become a Pancho Tomaselli model, so that's the destination of the mine.
I mean, I am very lucky to be able to say it's going to become a Tomaselli model, but hey, I'm happy and grateful for that. So it's been 3 years of hard work and putting our brains together to come up with the right pickup, because the base was already made. It was just to come up with the right pickup, and I think we have succeeded. Brother John's
pickup.
He totally. I'm telling you guys. I mean, I've been playing basses for 30 years, and this is the next level. This is the next level of the jazz bass. You know.
Well, that's rad. Well,
Go get it.
We'll get into some stuff now.
It's just different sounds, yeah. That's why I chose the bass as a signature instrument, because of the definition and the different the diversity of sounds that it has. So like we were showing all the brown, like all the South American music, I play it on the front pickup. But when we want to do modern music, if I want to emulate the sound of a fretless bass, I just use the bridge pickup, and I cut all the treble off, and then you get this sound. Sounds like a fretless bass, right? And then to get that, I just use the bridge pickup, kill all the treble off, right? And play to make it sing. You play it right on the neck, right? Like. But if you want to play some jazzy stuff, same configuration, but I play where there's more tension on the strings, so I can get. So you can get those fast. And more definition. Why? Because there's less bass because of the tension, so you get more clarity on the tone, right? If I want more bass, instead of adding bass to the amp, I actually take the bass off and I crank the level.
Really?
Because bass has bass. You know what I'm saying? It's the soft. I realized that the softer I play, the more bass I get, because of the nature of the sound wave. The sound wave of bass is really big. So if I crop it, I kill all my headroom. But if I play soft,
well, that sort of naturally doesn't need compression.
Here's my compressor. But the clarity on this pickup, you can hear all this. You can hear the notes jumping up. You know what I'm saying? Everything you can hear in this bass, and that's what I like, because it makes me play dynamically rather than like trying to find that sound, and it's never there. Once you start carving into it, your tone goes to hell. Basses are meant to be treated with finesse. It's a very complicated sound wave. It's a very complicated sound wave, and you have to know how to manipulate it to get the best out of it. Otherwise, you chop it in half. That's when you hear all those farting bass notes out of the amps, because people are just, carving it too hard. They want more volume, and they crank the bass. It's like bass has bass. It's like adding salt to salt. Remove the bass and crank your level And that's how you get tone and louder bass. Because if you crank your bass, then your headroom gets shorter and shorter and shorter, and then you just crap out. So the reason why I opted for that bass was for that, because also in my early years when I was playing with War and Tower of Power and all those, I noticed in the records that the bass player for War was using this exact same bass, but without, of course, we'll talk about the MFD pickups here, but most of all those sounds were coming from, manipulating the bass with the different pickups and getting different tones. That I noticed when I joined War, so I went and got a bass, which we actually, I still have it, and we just switched the original pickups with the MFDs, and I slapped them on the bass, and it's amazing. It's ridiculous. The definition of these pickups, it would sound muddy, but now you can hear.
Because you can get attack on this thing.
Correct. The attack is. Because.
Dude, but this has got, unlike a coil, you can with, like they'll more turns, less turns. It's a standard thing people with the
Correct.
more turns. But this is a fundamentally different thing. The placement of the magnet and its force are like completely at the bottom,
right,
shining up through the whole coil out, and then they got to go all the way back to the bottom to come up to make their loop, their toroid, right? Because that's what they do. Otherwise, each one of those little pole pieces in bass is its own north south and just wants to go. And some of them I'm right next to. I'm kind of fade.
It will create facing problems.
Yeah, it's all that. It's like because each one's its own little loop, and he's like, that's the bikiness shit. We don't need that. What if we could just have one fat magnetic field, smooth magnetic field? So you see pole pieces, and it's bringing some of it up, but it's the shape. His pictures that he had showing the magnetic field technology. What he was trying to do is, remember those things that were like it was like a woolly bully or something like that. It was like a face thing, and it had magnetic shavings, and there was a little pen, and you could pull it around, and put a beard on his face or whatever.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, so what Leo Fender did is he had like a sheet of paper and a bunch of magnet shavings, and he put like a conventional pickup with, Alnico poles through that, and then put all the shavings over it, and so you could see the magnetic field. And then here's his magnetic field design version, sprinkles it, you could see the magnetic field. There was no spikes, it was this big even thing.
That's nice.
So what he was trying to get to illustrate is when he says the magnetic field is different, well, I don't know, what does that look like? Metal shavings on a piece of paper will show you.
Right. Well, one good thing that I wanted to mention is like in my other models with the other company, we had to add a balance pot, because when I had my bass at full, everything full, if I switched and just used one pickup, my level, there was some phase issues, and the level of the bass would drop. I could hear it. It was very noticeable. With these pickups, it's the same volume. It doesn't drop on volume. There's no phase cancellation. You see what I'm saying?
In a space where you have two pickups, they're both on, and the thing is, they're both in the circuit all the time. You just got a knob on one, but they're never. It's never like a pickup selector on a guitar where it's out of the loop. They're always there. They're both always there.
Right.
So it really took then an original shape bobbin, and then tried to use a similar aperture, and then with the in the MFD design requiring the magnet on the back side. These really require a deeper route to fit this well. So this was just popped in a regular JB. So if we just route this a little deeper, as we would if we were building one for you, you'd have the normal range of motion. But it was either compromise the pickup to fit an existing route, or just make the pickup be the best it could be. And just have a route that needs to be a little deeper. And this is about making it being the best it can be.
Now, after almost a 30-year career in the industry, sitting with my own bass that we're working. I mean, it's not my design or anything because we know where this comes from, but we did put some brain into it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Brother John's pickups, that's a big deal. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, basically, I would call this a bass 2.0 because this is the evolution of the. In my opinion, we have taken an instrument that was already perfect and made it better by adding more balls to it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
Well,
So,
we just got a few more steps on, I think probably another set of pickups or two. The finish, the headstock,
Yep.
the routing in the body, a little bit deeper for those big dogs. And I think we're going to be about done.
ready to go, and I
It's
love
the
that.
MFD bass.
Yeah, this is the evolution. It's a bass 2.0.
Thanks everybody for watching. Again, I'm Dave McLaren, and this is Pancho Tomaselli, bassist extraordinaire. And we'll look forward to seeing more of this Pancho Tomaselli bass with Brother John's MFD Jazzer pickups. Thanks everybody.